Well, okay, another day in paradise, friends. How you doing? Doc South here. Yeah. So, I guess I ought to knock out another. I don't know why this happens. Whenever I get on, my nose starts to itch. Not the outside of my nose, not the outside of my nose where the money is. If it itches, no, it's more like yeah. Oh, there you go. Probably too dry in the house. Yeah. All right. Well, much better. So, how are you? Good. Me too. Uh, yeah, living the dream. Managed to get some sleep. Don't feel too bad about it. By the way, real quick, I want to apologize to my web listeners, the folks that listen to my internet radio station. I haven't been able to do a live show lately because my work schedule is uh, is just amazing. Yeah, I can't seem I don't know quite how to make that work. I mean, I'd have to do a show at like 6 in the morning, and I don't think, yeah, probably wouldn't have too many listeners. And then I get home so late, I'd have to do the show into the way into the night, and I don't know. But again, I haven't forgotten all of you. We just luckily I can do these video blurps pretty quick, and they don't take a whole lot of time. So I've been kind of doing a bunch of them. If nothing else, also, I want to get a nice assortment of them on the site. I think we're up to about 21 of them now. Yeah. I never thought this could be done. My daughter Sunshine, when I was up visiting her, said, "Dad, you can do videos. All you need is blah." And turns out the computer will do them. And I got a smartphone coming, not a fancy smartphone, just a cheapo. And eventually we'll do these, at different locations, so a little variety. Yeah, now we'll see. Okay. Anyway, I got one here. I guess thinking about how I hadn't gotten to my doing an oldie show lately. I got to remembering that I had a blurb in this book I've done, the Book of Doc Blurps, the starter set, and I thought you might. Right. It was a story about. Well, here I'll read it to you. Yeah, it was. It was kind of fun. 'Cause there was this kid came up to me while I was DJing up at the Chatterbox, and to me it was. Let me get in position here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Well, yeah. And the kid was so infatuated with being a radio person, I guess. So cool. Yeah. And when he heard I was doing a webcast, well, here I'll read. This is The Kid. It's called, because I think actually, I think back now. This was done 5 or 6 years ago. The kid's probably in his final years of high school, maybe going to college. He's probably, hopefully, someone talked him out of a career in broadcasting, but I doubt it. The way he was looking. Anyway, so yeah. Well, here I'll read to you. I was broadcasting from the Chatterbox, doing the early afternoon show, sitting amongst some of the early birds. I had a bit of a crowd around me, which was nice. This younger kid walked up, standing in front of his dad on the outer edge of my friends. He was good 20, 30 feet away. I figured that he had a song request. He sure was grinning, sort of like how I would grin at a pizza. Yeah. He was kind of blocked by the guys around me, so I just told him to shove his way through and come a bit closer. I didn't have to ask twice. No, he was there with actually the friends were Vinny and a few of his doo-wop crew. They were asking for requests and stuff, and they were getting their seats ready so they could talk while I did my show and stuff. Yeah, nice guys. Again, it was outdoors at the Chatterbox that day, out on the patio. Anyway, the kid got to my table. His dad said he wants to see your equipment. My son wants to be a DJ. Oh my heavens! I've seen the look on his face before on the kid. Many years ago, I saw that look in the mirror. Yeah, me. I certainly don't have the greatest DJ equipment, but to that kid, it must have seemed like the latest and greatest stuff ever. I think I had an old Radio Shack mixing board. Covered. Wait a minute. Covered in. Well, no, it wasn't covered in coffee. Not this time, anyway. No, it was covered in dust and missing a channel or two. Just glowed in this kid's eyes. You should have seen the smile. He was going away. He was going over every wire and indicator light. He knew about turntables. He said he was trying to get a Technics SL 1200 MK2, just like mine. Yeah, he knew all the numbers and stuff. He knew about queuing up records. Most kids his age don't even know what a record is. But yeah, he knew how to queue them up. And then I told him that I was broadcasting, actually on the web, and actually doing a show that was going to folks all over the world. I thought his head was going to explode. Oh my gosh! I don't think that it mattered. They only had probably, if I was lucky, I probably had 3 listeners at the moment. But and then I asked him. If he wanted to go on the mic and talk a bit. Well, he looked at his dad, got the okay, and soon he was talking up a pretty good patter. No, he was. I mentioned to the kid how I was just like him and always played records for people when I was his age, and have never gotten tired of it. He liked hearing that. I loved seeing that glow in his eyes. Oh gosh, it was so cool, and you could see that glow, a kind of happy daydream where he was at some future radio station or web station, yapping a mile a minute and knocking out all the latest and greatest hits, slugging down a coffee, munching on a cheeseburger, and endorsing that huge check he would get, he could deposit on the way home from on his way to his mansion in the hills. Yeah. Huh? Old man reality might deal him a lesser hand, and he might have to struggle and fail a few times. But if that dream holds on him, he'll have a pretty good life. Can't say he's going to get rich, but he'll have a good life. God bless that kid. Redneck Tunes tonight at 6:30. I just mentioned on the not today, but back then I think I was going to play Redneck Tunes at the Chatterbox. Coffee will be served. Cheeseburgers though, and coffee and cheeseburgers will be served. Though I am out of ketchup and rolls. Yeah, bring a fork on a paper plate. Yeah, okay. Other than that, it was I wonder what that kid's doing. You ever see it? It's kind of fun. I imagine in every occupation, if you're an auto mechanic, there's probably kids that come in to learn about cars. Next, they're doing the tires, in the place. Or oh gosh, I remember my son Burgess wanted to be a chef, and I told some waiter that. Next thing you know, the chef from the kitchen comes out and drags Burgess into the kitchen to show him the ropes and all that. Yeah, I think Burgess would have done dishes there if he could have. It was kind of far from his home. We were on a trip, but you see what I mean. Yeah, always encourage the kids. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And it really, I've had people tell me that if you're doing a job you like, even if you're getting minimum wage, it's like $1 million if you like what you're doing. So okay. Anyway, okay, friends, that's a wrap. God bless, and we'll see you. Well, tomorrow I'll probably knock out another, if not later today. Okay, see you now, and thanks.